Hello, gents. You know, I am a big nerd about product placement. I really like it. I watch for it in movies. I always notice it. So it's high time that I walk through a top 5 of the best Pepsi product placements in movies. So let's go through this now. Starting us off at number 5, Happy Gilmore. You know, one of the most iconic scenes from one of Adam Sandler's arguably best movies is his fight between Happy Gilmore and Bob Barker. This scene's been replayed and quoted a million times. But did you notice that the event where this is going on is called the Pepsi Pro-Am? Pepsi logos are everywhere during this legendary scene.
This guy sucks. I can't believe you're a professional golfer. I think you should be working at the snack bar. You better relax, Bob. There is no way that you could have been as bad at hockey as you are at golf.
All right, let's go.
Oh! You like that, old man? You want a piece of me? I don't want a piece of you. I want the whole thing. Oh!
Number 4 is Bohemian Rhapsody. At this pivotal moment in the movie, here's Freddie Mercury playing the song Bohemian Rhapsody while his piano is just littered with Pepsi cups. Is this shameless product placement? Actually, no, it isn't. When they portrayed the 1985 Live Aid concert in this movie, they set everything up exactly as it was in the original concert. They didn't miss a detail, down to the Pepsi cups all over the piano. Here's a look at the original footage from the concert. And here's where my crazy theory comes into play. Hear me out on this. Do you think it's possible that Freddie Mercury got his amazing singing power from drinking a crap ton of Pepsi when he performed? I'm gonna say yes. It's possible. Coming in at number 3, Wayne's World. Who could forget this classic scene where Wayne and Garth talk about never selling out to sponsorships while they were blatantly hawking products to us, the viewers. The best thing about this is the way they cleverly break the fourth wall, making fun of product placement, while at the same time giving us some of the most memorable product placement ever.
It's like people only do things because they get paid. And that's just really sad.
Look, you can stay here in the big leagues and play by the rules, or you can go back to the farm club and roar. It's your choice.
Yes, and it's the choice of a new generation.
Yes, and it's the choice of a new generation. Number 2 is Dodgeball, a true underdog story. It comes down to a vote. The fate of our heroes rests in the hands of the judges. First judge says yes. All right. But wait. Second judge says no. Wouldn't you know it? Then surprise, it doesn't matter what the first 2 judges said at all. All that matters is Chuck Norris said yes. And if I ever get a thumbs up from Chuck Norris, it will make my life complete.
Thank you, Peter.
If you're asking yourself how this made it all the way to number 2 on my list, I have 2 words for you. Chuck Norris. If that doesn't make sense to you, go back to your Pokemon. And the number 1 product placement has to go to Back to the Future. Pepsi appears all throughout Back to the Future, in all 3 of the movies. It appears in 7 different scenes in part 1, 3 times in part 2, and appears twice in part 3.
Right, give me a Pepsi free. You want a Pepsi, pal? You're gonna pay for it.
It's in there so much that Pepsi actually becomes part of the story. In part 1, Marty first orders a Pepsi free at Lou's Cafe in 1955. Then in part 2, Marty orders a Pepsi at the Cafe 80s in 2015, and he receives a Pepsi Perfect.
Hey. All I want is a Pepsi.
Talk about perfect product placement. See what I did there? Thanks for watching my look at the top 5 best Pepsi product placements of all time. Did I miss any? Can you think of a better product placement of Pepsi that I missed? Tell me about it in the comments. I'll read them. I'll answer them. You want to stay tuned because in my very next video, I'm going to talk about the top 5 product placements of Coke. Stay tuned for that. See you soon, gents. It didn't make the top 5, but I have to give honorable mention to Sylvester Stallone in Cobra. He's surrounded by Pepsi, but he's too much of a bad boy for that. He needs a Coors.
You bring in the TV or I'll kill them all. You understand? It's the way of the new world.